hour always goes by so fast on Instagram Live. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming back. This is such an important topic. We're going to talk for maybe like 10 more minutes if Claire has some time. Yeah, important topic. And if you missed the first session, it's going to be on my YouTube. Like I said, it's going to be on my YouTube within the hour. So make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. But this is such an important topic because, again, I'm discussing this last one because even now when I discuss it, I'm still emotional about it because at that point, it just really hurts me because there were actually a few. There were at least two that I know that kind of told me indirectly that their husbands didn't want them to be in touch with me. There was one that I had planned to see when I was traveling, and all of a sudden when I got to the destination, you know, it was the person said she couldn't see me because her husband said this and that, and it really hurts me. And up until today, I've forgiven them, but when I talk about it, it still makes me emotional because it just shows how, you know, we let relationships like that affect us. I'm sorry.
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, yeah.
No, it really hurts because I know what I was going through then, and I know how painful my marriage was, and for somebody to, you know, to judge me because I was a single woman and that the woman shouldn't be, you know, contact me really hurt. I remember that day in my hotel room, my kids were asking me, they were like, Mommy, what's wrong? I'm like, it's funny that, you know, that because I'm divorced, some people don't want to be my friend again. And I remember both of them getting close and hugging me. So you can see how these things like this hurt us even years after. But, you know, I don't ever want it to happen to anyone. And that's why I said I left it till last, because now that I'm married, I know that no matter what, and I won't fight with my husband, but I'll sit down and say, look, you and I have gone through bad patches in life. I have to be there for my friend. I don't understand how you feel like this, but I have to be there for my friend. And we have to do this. It's very important. I'm sorry, Claire, you go ahead.
I feel you. I understand. I was there. I know a lot that happened. I mean, I had a family member pass a comment. I shared it with you. It wasn't my husband directly, but I happened to have a family member in the house at that time, and the person actually said that to me, that when a woman, when your friend gets divorced, you do not. So yes, I told you about it, right? If I don't know if you remember. But what I'm saying is, I had to explain to her. I said it in Yoruba, like, you want me to leave my friend that I've known since age 5 because she's divorced? I said, "Mo sorry, ma. Unfortunately, I can't do that." I told her with all respect. I'll tell you this privately. Karma is a very funny thing. I don't know if I never shared this with you, but I'll share with you privately.
Yeah.
But karma, watch what you do, because it could be you. It could be anybody. It could be your child. Okay. Then you now say, okay, I now see what it's like. Exactly. Nobody's life is perfect. Mine definitely is not. I have been through, you know, I filed for divorce. I didn't go through with it. I'm being honest. I did. Okay, so my marriage hasn't been 100. Okay, I have problems of my own, and I have had supportive friends. The same group of friends, they've supported me, and yes, I might not have gone through with it, and I'm still here. Okay, but through thick and thin, just like I was with Iyabo, she was with me, going through whatever it is I too was going through. So you know, that's what friends do.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, guys. You guys can see that I'm a crybaby. I'm an emotional person, but we all have those things in life, and I'm fine. I'm not. Claire knows I'm fine.
Oh, she's fine, but yeah.
Yeah, but that part I still remember because it just shows how what people go through. And I know somebody else who went through a divorce who actually went through a similar thing. And it's funny how we just want to put people who are going through a divorce as, you know, these people that, well, she couldn't hold down her family, she couldn't this, or you know what, sometimes some of these men are even worried that you're going to take their wives to places where single women go and they are going to file for divorce.
That's what it is.
Yes.
See, I think that's what it is, because if the roles were reversed and it was the man, let's be honest, no woman wants their suddenly. So if you
Yes.
reverse the roles and then your
Yeah.
husband's best friend suddenly becomes divorced, guess what he's doing? He has all the time in the world. He's going to clubs. Your husband is staying out till 3 a.m. all of a sudden. So that, but women don't. We tend to be more nurturing. We don't. That's not what women do. It's a very different. We just want to have massage, go and do our nails. Prep up. Yes, I might hear gist of the latest. Hey, hey, guess what I'm dating? This is what's happening. That's how women handle themselves. Men, totally different. And I believe this thing it can happen to anybody, and it's not just. So we've talked about divorce, but it's not just that. You can have a friend who your husband doesn't like because she's maybe vulgar, and you happen to meet someone who is a little like, I don't like people that talk like that. Why does your friend talk like that? I'm not going to dump if she was my friend when she was vulgar and I enjoy it and laugh, well, I'm going to say, listen, that's just us. That's our friendship. Don't take it personal. Don't take it too seriously. I will try and explain that to him, but I'm still maintaining, unless my friend is doing drugs or is like doing something absolutely that I agree with him. Okay, then that's something different. But to dump my friend because I need that support system. You have to have that support system. That's what I've learned.
Yes.
And
yes. And many people are commenting here. I like Kemi said that many women are in controlling relationships they need to shake off. They actually envy the fact that you walked out.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, and then she said, so they use their husbands as an excuse to make you feel bad. So,
okay, so
that's a point. Yeah, I can see how that could be.
Yeah, I can see that, but sometimes I think there might even be envy in terms of like, gosh, how was this person bold enough to make this decision? Because it's not an easy decision to make. Some people make it easily. So it just depends on what stage. So never say never, because you just don't know. A lot of women are going through stuff and have chosen to stay, but they're not, honestly, they're not happy. Okay? It's a decision they've made for whatever reason. You can't also judge them. The same way you don't judge someone for getting a divorce, do not judge people who stay. Because trust me, unless it's like a life-threatening situation, then that's different. Where the man wants to kill you and beat you to death. Now, I'm not for that. But there's also emotional issues and stuff. But it's like, I like to say to Iyabo, it's complicated. That's my favorite word. Sometimes it can be a little complicated.
No, you have to respect your friends and love them through it no matter what. You can't judge. And then Clare said, sometimes these men have control issues, but we have to stand up for what we believe in.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then Bolanle said something very important. She said the men stick together, and it's true. These men will tell you not to be friends with your friend because she's divorced. But if it's them, they stick together. Whether they're, in fact, all the cheating men.
What are you saying? That's why
they don't even have to be divorced. They're cheating and they're all sticking together. Yes,
exactly. But it's a man's world, or it appears to be a man's world. When it's the woman, I'm like, if the man is divorced and he can move on, what is wrong with and all kinds of comments. People say all kinds of things. I mean, you don't even want to repeat. You're looking at them like, did you just say that? Like, for real? Are you educated? You are educated?
I know.
And you just say, you look at the person incredulously like, I don't believe you just said that. And it has nothing to do with education. Sometimes I think they're just insecure. Or they believe that, now my wife is going to start thinking, she's surviving fine. After her divorce, oh my goodness, she's going to leave.
Yes.
I'm being honest with you.
Yes.
Sometimes it's fair. They're insecure. And they feel, when she's telling her, and she can see that she got a house, she got a this, she got a that, she's moving on. She's dating Lagbaja. She's happy with the person. So I think it has to do with
so but Bolale was saying that men's secrets stay together and we sell ourselves out.
Yes,
that is true. Men's secrets stay together. And Oida Mola said, I have never seen a man stop being friends with a divorced friend.
Yeah. But I'm not for that. I will stick to my friend. I will speak
Yes.
to my friend, and we're going to continue this our marriage. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to.
You can discuss it amicably with your husband. You know, it doesn't have to be an argument. You can just sit them down and say, look, I have to support my friend. She's going through a difficult time now. I have to support. And people who even look at me, it's like, I'm not even a party person. So for these men to even think, for these men to even think that Iyabo is going to pull their wives out, I like being at home. I'm in my house all the time.
I don't think that's what I don't think necessarily it's that. I think it's the insecurity of, okay, we have problems. I'm not saying everybody has problems, but I'm saying for those who have issues, the man might feel like, yeah, her best friend or her friend has just divorced. Oh my goodness. Especially when one doesn't see it coming. Because remember, you did what I did. You didn't share until that very point. So nobody saw it coming. So it's fear of, oh my God, my situation, you are thinking, wait a minute. Even the story she has given me, my situation, you're thinking to yourself, is worse than that. And she's able to leave. Well, you know, that's what I think the worry is, the concern.
Yeah. They're thinking, what if she comes and teaches my own wife and she leaves? Yeah. You're right. You're right. So, ladies, the take-home point from this question is support your friends, whether they're divorced or separated or having marital issues and they decide to stay, whatever it is. Love your friends. There's a lot of women that are hurting out there. I'm telling you, I receive messages every day from women. There's a lot of women in every stage of life. Millennial.
You see what Bolanle said? Marriage can day, friend go day. Meaning everybody is going to be, and that's how I feel. Listen, you're going to be fine. My friend is here, she needs me.
Exactly. And Quero says our culture can be sexist. There are all these strange unwritten rules for women. Yeah, please, women, support your friends. Support your friends, love your friends. Back them up in their failures, in their successes. Back them up when they're low, when they're up.
Especially your good friends that you were tight. Yes, especially your good friends.
Yeah, and be a good friend to people. Be a trustworthy friend. I have one more bonus question. Oh, Claire, please. Yes, I have a question, because this one I want us to. I think it's definitely a boundary that we need to settle. And after this question, I'll let everybody go. But can men and women be friends? And, you know, because I've heard many stories of people, you know, foursomes, couples going out to dinner, they become friends, and, you know, then there's the zigzag interests. Then the wife from one relationship falls for the husband from the relationship. I have a boundary in my life, and every guy that I've met, even when I met my husband, I let him know that I don't have any male friends. I don't have any male friends, because I can't even have a male friend. Every male friend I've tried to have, they've hit on me. So, you know, for me, I just completely I don't have any male friends. I only have female friends. So if you're somebody who has a bunch of female friends, if I call Neil, he'll tell you. And this is why when you're dating people, you have to let them know who you are. I told him, I said, so if you have female friends from today, you can't have female friends.
Straight up, Neil.
I said you can't. So if you feel you have to keep, you have female friends you have to keep, you're not going to work for me. I remember that day when we decided. I remember the day we discussed. We were out walking somewhere, and he's like, "Oh, really?" I said no. I said, because I don't have male friends. Because any male friend hits on me. No matter. There was a male friend that I had that was meant to be a business. Claire, you know that person that was meant to be a business friend, and he started hitting on me, and I cut it off. And so, can men and women be friends? I don't believe in it.
Okay, so I was a tomboy growing up. Most of my friends were guys. I won't lie to you. This whole, not childhood friends, but this whole girlfriend business, I didn't learn it until I got to Atlanta.
Okay.
Prior to me marrying, I was hanging out with guys. There was the misconception that, oh, maybe she's doing something with them. I honestly wasn't. I would drink a bottle of beer, sit down and eat suya. I liked it. I liked hanging with guys. I got married, okay, in Nigeria. Our culture is, You can't do that. I can't go and be hanging out with guys with my beer bottle and my and suya. It's true.
Yes.
I cut it off. I had to cut it off. So it was, for me, it was a big shocker. Like, oh my God, I have to deal with this. I have to deal with women. I had to learn that. Now, I'm not talking about people I've known from back home. It's the new friends I was trying to cultivate. Like, this one is the kind of conversations they have, very different from what you guys sit down and talk about. So I stopped it myself. Okay, totally. Do I think men and women can be friends? No. I feel the same way you do. Yeah. My husband doesn't necessarily agree with that. Oh, it's my old classmates. Oh, your old classmates. Okay, then let's go to dinner together. Why aren't we going out? Why isn't she calling the house? Why can't we have the conversation while you are sitting down with me?
Yes.
That's no. So I feel the exact same way. If I can cut off, and don't get me wrong, oh, I still get texts. I still get people calling me from my past. The guys I used to hang out with, plus the ones, I don't know how they get my number, but trust me, they do. If I wanted to, I too could say, hey, how you doing? What's happening? But I know where it's going to go. I know how men are. They start out with the hello, with the water, and next thing you know is, I'm coming to Atlanta. And what's my business if you're coming to Atlanta? You know, that kind of thing. So I can handle myself.
Yes.
And the guy handle himself. He can't, most times. Most times. Because if you have a little quarrel or you're having a little problem in the relationship, the person he's going to be talking to is going to be that quote-unquote best friend. He's supposed to be talking to me. All of a sudden is the female friend from school or university or wherever that he's suddenly talking to and confiding in. That causes more issues in the marriage, because now you are no longer sitting with me coming back and telling me what your issue is. You are now going to Madam X to tell Madam X. Madam X too has problem in her own house probably, and then you people get together. It starts out innocent. Every single thing starts out innocent, but just have one little emotional, and that's why I keep to myself. Because if you have a little bit of problem here, a little bit of problem there, tendency is you're vulnerable.
Yes.
Okay, so because I know that there are times where I could be vulnerable, I keep to myself. I don't open the door for anybody to come in. That is my defense mechanism. Now, men don't always have that. Mm-hmm. And we women can be sly some, we know.
Yes.
Yes. So no, I'm with you. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. I think that if we're going to be there, let's be family friends. Let it be that, okay, I know how you talk to her when I'm sitting there. I meet her, I'm like, hey, Lucy, how you doing? Let it be like that. Not privately. Is when you are in the car, you are talking. Then when you get home, you switch off the phone. No. And then you find out that you've been talking to Lucy and telling Lucy all your problems. No, Lucy is not your wife. I just used Lucy as an example, though.
Yes. Claire just completely said what I was going to say. There's many comments on here. There is somebody who doesn't quite agree with us. Everybody kind of agrees. Of course, Ronke is funny. She's like...
What did Ronke
said we'll all be friends together. But, yes, and then Lily Flower says it will lead to entanglement. So Bolanle is laughing. But there's one person here who says they have male friends. Kemi Alaki just says she thinks it's okay. Kemi, can you type how you think it's okay? Because honestly, for me, yes, I don't like Claire said, emotionally. Male friend, when they have problems, it's going to become emotional, and we women know what we have up our sleeves. I'm a woman, so I know what women do, especially if the woman is single, or especially if she's single, but especially even if she's married, but especially if she's single.
Single or not single, it
don't
matter.
So I don't do it because I know I've never been successful with male friends. Every male friend I've had hits somebody. So there's that boundary. And I just set that boundary. And I discuss it up front with the guys. So Kemi, if Kemi is still on, can you type how you feel this can work? Let me see. Alexandria Ali said her husband has female friends, but when we got married, we all became friends together.
That's what Yes. We can become, it's okay. I mean, we've done that. We've had where we all become one. It's okay. I don't have a problem with that because it's open and above board. There's no
Yes.
problem with that. Come to think of it, I have no friends that we've become friends. I'm trying to think if I have any
Yes.
male friends.
Yeah, and then Studio One Afrik says she's an older Nigerian woman and she feels very comfortable with male friends, that she thinks it depends on each person's personality.
Oh,
But
100.
but these people, like the women here, are not telling us if they're married or not. Studio One Africa, are you married? Is your husband fine with it? Yeah.
But you see what you said. She said their wives know them,
Yes.
and their wives are friendly, meaning that he could call direct. She could call. He would pick up the phone and easily have a
Yes.
conversation, and you two, you are greeting the person.
Yes.
So that's what we're saying. That is
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
Yes, that's okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But if it's a friend that you're not mutually friends with,
yes.
yeah, and then they're talking to them separately. Yes,
Yeah.
if they're talking to that person, you should be with them, but not that they're talking to them when they're on their way home back from work.
And it's every time. Now, she could call when he's at work. And I mean, it's not like she knows exactly when. The person might not know exactly when he's at home or he's not at home. So, yeah, she might call. When you get home, I believe you should tell me, I just spoke to Lucy. since we've used the name Lucy, I don't know any Lucy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
you get home, I say, oh, Lucy just called me. And then you make your wife feel comfortable. Lucy
Yes.
just called me. Lucy said that they are going to Nigeria. Or Lucy said, just make the woman feel comfortable, that she's
Yes.
not worried. But when it
Yes.
becomes you and Lucy are always having private conversations. Lucy is depressed, it's you she's calling. Why can't Lucy call me?
Yes. Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I have a problem with that. And it's okay, it's happened to me where I'm like, why are you always talking to XYZ? That's the only, you're always talking to XYZ. Well, blah blah blah. XYZ never called me and we're friends. Well, not friends, but friends of friends. Is everything okay? Can you hear? I can't hear. Check your volume. Can you hear? Hello? I can't hear Iyabo. Iyabo, volume off. Are you on mute? Iyabo. we can't hear you. Oh.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I don't know what happened. I had to move because my phone was about to die. Okay, my lights, yeah, I'm in front of my lights now. Okay.
I tried the lights.
Good. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Somebody just called me, yeah, Beji. I'm not yeah, Beji. Oh my goodness. Okay, 5 more minutes and we'll finish off. Okay. So yes, where were we? What were we? Okay, so Kemi Alaki just said that she's single, she's divorced, so she did tell us that. But as Studio One Afrik says, she's an older lady and that she's married 40 years and her husband is fine with it. I think they're all friends. So basically the take home from what we're saying is, guys, be careful. Set your boundaries. What works for you, what doesn't work for me. I think for me, because I've never had any luck with being friends with a man. So I'm not comfortable with my spouse being friends with a woman. And they're just, yes, if we're all
because it starts out with hello.
Yes.
How you doing? Long time.
Yes.
And before you know what's going on, I mean, and I'm telling you, it's the truth. I was a tomboy. My friends were all guys. I don't know where they got my phone number from, but they did. And it's like it starts going, oh, you're still as pretty as ever. It starts like that.
Yes.
your DPs,
Yes.
this your DP is hot, and they are saving the DPs, and they will send it back to you, and or they'll tell you later on, I saved this for my archives. Why are you saving my DP for?
Yes.
So if that's happening between an old friend and myself, I know definitely that is happening that way. I'm not saying all the time. I hate saying for everybody, because
Yes.
there are people like at work. I have friends who have told me it works for them. It doesn't work for me. I don't like it, because I know what guys
Yes,
do.
it doesn't work for me either, because I know what women are capable of doing. Women are going to call your husband and just make you say, so how is it going? So how is your marriage? Is everything okay? Is everything,
Let's all be friends. Let's
Yeah,
all be
so
friends.
as long as you're all friends, again, this conversation is to help people. Again, because I get so many messages from younger women. We're still young, but we're getting to the older age group. Age is just a number, but I just want to help young women out there. You have to be aware of what's going on. You have to set your boundaries. So just be careful about the so-called female friend of your husband who isn't quite your friend, and you don't know they're talking. If it doesn't work for you when you're dating, you better just set that boundary. I tell every guy that I've even met before Neil, I felt like we were dating for a long time, I'll tell them that, look, I don't have male friends. So if you're one of those that has like 10, 20 female friends, it's not going to work for me.
Stay woke, yeah. Stay woke.
Yeah, you have to stay woke. So I hope this was helpful, especially if your husband is rich. Yvonne, you're right. Yvonne says, especially if your husband, even if he's not rich, some of them just want sex.
But sometimes it's loneliness. Okay,
they want
but
attention.
My advice to any woman, because there might be women on here who are in that situation, so let's not exclude anybody. Yes. The thing is, if you really and honestly have an open mind and you genuinely want to be friends with the guy, befriend his wife as well. Let it be a family thing. Because if you don't have ulterior motives, why does it have to be solely him and you
Claire,
exclude
you know
the
what?
wife?
Yes. You know what you just said is so important. As women, we should know that. We should know that we shouldn't just be friends with our friend's husband.
I don't want to know that you went to lunch with my husband and he didn't tell me, and somehow mistakenly I find that out. Why you go to lunch with her? Hello? You didn't tell me. You didn't even call me on the way to lunch and say, oh, I went to lunch with XYZ. Why?
Oh, Claire has hit the nail on the head. She's hit the nail on the head. You have ulterior motives if you are being friends with a guy without informing the wife.
Yes. Why aren't you telling me? You drove there. Drove there. You packed. You went to bathroom before. I mean, you have so many opportunities to say, hey, Lucy is having problems. So, she said I should meet her. The fact that you're even telling me I might be like, Lucy is having problems, and you should have told Lucy to come to the house now. We'll talk about Lucy's problems.
Yes. So, guys, stay woke. And as my friend Bolanle said here, according to the American Constitution, we the people is very important here. We must all be friends or nothing at all. That's true.
I agree.
Yeah. So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Tea Time with Dr. Iyabo. You see, I told you that we'll talk serious talk, but we'll also have fun. So I hope you guys learned something about female friendships. I hope you know what to do, what not to do, how to support your friends, how not to be your friend's competition, how not to envy and be jealous, how to support and love your friends, and be the true friend that you want your friend to be. And have at least one or two or
Who's
three
calling me? I'm not a doctor. Who's saying Dr. Claire?
You're a doctor today. With all this one that you all this wisdom you gave us, you've been promoted to PhD doctor. But thank you everybody for coming on the show. I will be back next Sunday with Reverend Ida Hosa. Thank you very much. And Claire, do you want to say final, thank you bye to everybody? Please help me thank Claire. Can you give her a round of applause, please?
Thank you. This has been. I started out like really nervous, but this has been interesting. Please let's support each other. There's a lot going on out there. There's a lot of people in pain. There's a lot of people going through stuff. Don't write your friend off or your friends off. They need you, even if they don't open up. Because I've been in that position and I regret it. If I have to go back, I would change the way I handle this because it made healing much tougher for me. Okay, so you are telling people stuff that has happened maybe 5 years later after the event. You know, it's so please support your girlfriends. Don't do, oh, she didn't call me, I'm not calling her. Don't do that. It's not necessary. If your heart wants to call someone, let it call. I mean, let your heart, reach out to the person. There's nothing wrong with that. Iyabo, I appreciate this. I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. One quick thing before everybody goes. Allow me says, Dr. Iyabo, please let's discuss in-laws, especially mothers-in-law. Allow me. That topic we'll have to devote.
That's a special.
That one, no. That one is a special topic.
Special.
I'm going to put it on my list and bring somebody on to discuss that part, because I think we're probably on the same page. I've gone through the...
Who said Iyabo must discuss it?
What?
There are some funny comments.
What did they say?
Something about sex.
Sex. Some of them is sex they want.
I can't see this. Thanks for being vulnerable.
Bolanle wants to discuss sex. Bolanle, stop it. But allow me. We'll discuss. I'll bring a sex expert one day to discuss.
Exactly. Let's not go there.
Yeah, the mother-in-law topic will have to come another day. Because trust me, I empathize with whatever you want to ask, because I went through that. Yeah, that was HELL for me, the mother-in-law issue. But I just want to say one statement to the young women out there. If you meet a guy who has no father figure in his life, in his life, and all he talks about is, my mom did this. Oh, I love my mom. Oh, I have to go and tell my mom. Oh, we must meet my mom. And there's no father figure. Run a mile. Honestly, no, I'm very clear.
You see what we said about her brutal honesty. Run a mile.
Run a mile. A guy has to have a father. That was one of my first 2 or 3 things in looking for a guy, because with what I went through in my previous marriage, I knew that I was not going to date, let alone marry a guy who had no father figure in his life. If I meet a guy, and I've told my daughters, my older daughter has met a guy who was like that before, and she actually ran because she was like, Mom, I remember. Yeah, because the boy kept telling her, oh, my mom this, and when I get married, my mom is going to move into I'm going to have like a quarters in the back for her to live. Everything was my mom or my mom. My dad is not in the picture. Run a mile, because let me tell you something, that mother will be your competition. She will be the second wife.
Can I quickly say something about that, or it's true?
Yes.
So when I was about to marry my husband, I heard tales about my mother-in-law. And my husband, I'm not his first wife. He was married before. So everyone said that was the reason their marriage broke up, blah, blah, blah. Every kind of thing was said. So personality too matters. I met this woman. I loved this woman. I miss this woman because she's passed. So it's not, there are some times where it's not always, he had his dad, he died though. But everything they said wasn't what I experienced. I didn't experience what was said. They even scared my father. Don't let her marry this, da. But I didn't have that problem.
No, but Claire, your situation was different. Your husband had a father in his life.
Oh yeah, his father died.
No. I'm telling you what I've seen from stories I've heard from what
you mean
I
like, okay, absolutely no father figure.
Absolutely no father figure. Your husband, your parents were married, they had a father figure. And I say father figure because some people, their dad died or they don't have a father, they have a... But if you meet a guy who has no father figure,
okay, I get you.
All he has in his life is his mom who raised him and brought him up.
I get you.
Run a mile.
I get you.
Because I'm telling you, you're going. In fact, you will be the second wife. Oh, that mother-in-law will be the first wife. I'm telling you the truth. I've been there. I lived it. Because what happens is it's push and pull. That husband wouldn't know what to do. He loves his wife, but he loves his mother, and you'll continue to be pushing and pulling. So, a guy has to have a father figure. When I met my husband Neil, and he was talking about his dad, my dad, and he said he talks to his dad every day. I'm like, check.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, anyway, so allow me, we will have to come back and talk about mothers-in-law, and we'll bring a sex expert on for the ones who are dying to talk about sex.
Bolande.
Okay,
Thank
guys,
you,
I
guys.
love you all. I'll see you next Sunday. I believe it's at 2 p.m. with Reverend Ida Hosa. Don't miss it.
Can't wait.
Yeah, don't miss it. Okay, see you guys. Thank you so much. And subscribe to my YouTube because the replay will be on my YouTube. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bonanles.
Thank you, Claire. Bye-bye.
Bye.